Dembele.
Ousmane Dembélé may have lifted the 2025 Ballon d'Or. But here's the real question. Is he truly the best player in the world? In this video, I'll give you 4 undeniable factual reasons why Lamine Yamal, yes, at just 18 years old, deserved to win the Ballon d'Or this year. Let's get started. Let's begin with the single most striking fact. Yamal is only 18 years old. At an age when most young men are still finishing high school, thinking about university, or taking their very first professional steps, Yamal is already standing at the very summit of world football. He's not just participating, he is leading. He is not a promise, he is already a cornerstone. And the records prove it. Youngest player ever to feature in a European championship. Youngest to score in the tournament's history. Youngest to wear Spain's shirt in an official match. Youngest ever to score in a Nations League final. Youngest player in La Liga history to record double-digit assists in a single season. These are not abstract potentials. They are achievements carved into the official books of football history. Records that will remain decades from now, reminding future generations of the moment when a boy turned into a legend overnight. So let's face the truth. The Ballon d'Or must reward the best player on the planet, regardless of birth date. Age is not a weakness here. It is the ultimate argument. Because while other great names only reach these milestones at 25 or 26, Lamine Yamal is already performing at that level at 18. He is not learning to be great, he already is great, and that in itself is revolutionary. Now let's move from the emotional to the cold, undeniable world of numbers. Because Yamal's 2024-2025 season wasn't just impressive, it was historic. He finished with 18 goals and 25 assists. That means 43 direct goal contributions in just 55 matches. Think about that. In the modern game, with hyper-organized defenses and almost no space to breathe, Yamal produced nearly 1 goal involvement every single time he stepped onto the pitch. That is not common. That is generational. But the true revolution hides inside those assists. 25 of them. That is not just a number, it is a statement. While most Ballon d'Or contenders are pure finishers, poachers or strikers obsessed with scoring, Yamal is something rarer, a creator finisher. He not only scores goals, he builds them for everyone around him. Each assist is proof of vision, tactical intelligence, and selflessness. And these are not empty stats collected in meaningless games. They came in decisive moments, in high-pressure clashes that shaped Barcelona's and Spain's seasons. Yamal dictates rhythm. He dictates direction. He dictates outcomes. Every time the ball touches his feet, the stadium holds its breath, waiting for the extraordinary. And almost always, it comes. That is why these numbers are not just statistics. They are the evidence of control, dominance, and genius. He is not simply participating in matches, he is orchestrating them. In 2025, Yamal didn't just collect stats, he defined them. If club football tests consistency, international tournaments test destiny. It is under the bright lights of the Euros and the Nations League that legends are truly born. And this is where Yamal's story transforms from incredible to almost unbelievable. In 2024, at just 17, he was already decisive in Spain's historic Euro triumph. He wasn't a substitute brought for the future. He was central, shattering records of precocity and scoring goals that carried the weight of a nation. And if anyone thought it was a one-time story, 2025 proved them wrong. He led Spain once again, this time to the final of the Nations League. 2 consecutive continental finals, before even turning 19. That alone is a legacy most players could only dream of. But let's zoom in on one of the most symbolic battles. Spain against France, where Ousmane Dembélé, one of the season's most informed stars and a direct Ballon d'Or rival, stood on the other side. That night, Yamal didn't just shine. He outshone his rival, eliminating him from contention on the pitch itself. This isn't just about talent, it's about mentality. The courage to step up when the lights are brightest. The calmness to execute under pressure that crushes others. At 18, Yamal has already shown the mental steel of a seasoned champion. And that is what the Ballon d'Or has always celebrated. Not only talent, but greatness under fire. By carrying Spain through 2 finals before adulthood, Yamal has proven that he doesn't fear the stage, he owns it. Perhaps the most emotional argument is the one tied to his club, FC Barcelona. To understand Yamal's impact, you must remember where Barca was before him. The club was drowning in financial crises. Messi had left. European humiliations piled up. The once feared giant seemed lost, stripped of identity and respect. And then, in the middle of this storm, emerged a boy from La Masia. At 16, he didn't just make his debut, he ignited a revolution. Yamal became the face of Barcelona's rebirth. He didn't adapt to the team. He forced the team to adapt to him. With flair, confidence, and daring, he reintroduced Barca to its own DNA. Attacking football, creativity, audacity, joy. He made veterans look young again, unlocking passing lanes that didn't exist before. He gave hope back to a fan base desperate for something to believe in. Barcelona of 2025 is no longer fragile and directionless. Thanks to Yamal, it is once again a machine capable of challenging anyone. A team with swagger, identity, and purpose. And that is why his case is unique. Yamal isn't just a product of the system, he is the system. The boy who not only saved a fallen giant, but redefined it. That level of transformation, at just 18, is almost impossible to describe. And yet, we are watching it happen in real time. So, let's bring all the threads of this story together. On one hand, we have revolutionary precocity, a kid of just 18 years old who isn't merely a promise, but has already established himself as a concrete reality, collecting records that once belonged to much older legends. On the other hand, we have the statistical season, where numbers cease to be cold figures and become living proof of absolute dominance. 18 goals, 25 assists, almost 1 goal contribution per game in one of the most competitive landscapes in the history of modern football. And it doesn't stop there. There's also the weight of the Spanish national team jersey, where Yamal didn't hide. On the contrary, he delivered, he shone, he won. He became a European champion, led his national team to another continental final, and above all, showed that he can carry a nation on his back. This isn't raw talent, this is the mentality of a champion, ice cool in moments when even the greatest tremble. And finally, the transformation of a giant. Barcelona, which seemed lost, found in Yamal not just a star, but a symbol. He restored the soul of a club that seemed to have forgotten its own identity. He didn't adapt to Barca. He redefined Barca. In the face of all this, only one objection remains. But he's too young. And this is where the answer is definitive. Genius has no age. Genius doesn't wait for a calendar. It appears, imposes itself, and demands recognition. In 2025, Yamal isn't a promise. He isn't the future of football. He is the absolute present. He is, quite simply, the best player in the world. The Ballon d'Or, therefore, isn't just an award to be handed out. It's the confirmation of a truth that millions have already seen with their own eyes. A historic opportunity to tell the planet, the future has already arrived, and its name is Lamine Yamal.